Sitting in silence, we still feel the vibe, and you could.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I will be doing the long-awaited birth story, and this birth story is for my second son. He is now 9 months old. He will be 1 year in November coming. So I'm saying, why the heck not? Let's do this video. So if you guys want to hear about my birth story, keep on watching. Okay, so this birth was severely different from my first son. As you guys know, I had my first son in Georgia. I'm currently now living in Florida. So the second baby was born in Florida, and the first birth took place at a hospital. My second pregnancy now, I did go to a birth center, which is totally different from a hospital. It's a little bit more quaint, less patients, so you get more one-on-one time with your caregiver. These providers, they are midwives as well, so it is a midwifery. But their facility is a birth center. It was my 40-week checkup that I went in. It was a Friday. I think I was 40 weeks and 2 days, something like that. I don't quite remember. I'll put on the screen here the exact time frame in my pregnancy I was. So it was 40 weeks, and you know, after you pass 40 weeks, you have to go in to do an ultrasound. I think it's a couple days after you turn 40 weeks, or I think, no, it starts at 41 weeks. If you don't have the baby by 41 weeks, then you go in to do an ultrasound. I didn't want to do the ultrasound, so I was hoping and praying that it would come before the 41 weeks. So 40 weeks roll around, I have my prenatal checkup for my 40 weeks. I went in and did my check and everything was okay. When she asked me if I wanted to do a cervical check to see if I was dilated or anything, I said sure. You know, I was a bit skeptic because my first pregnancy, it hurt so much to get the cervix checked. And she's saying, at this new place here, she's saying that it's not supposed to hurt, it's not supposed to be painful, but if in the event that it does feel painful, I should let her know and she will stop. Okay, so it went ahead after I completed the whole appointment. You know, they checked the blood pressure, urine, all of that good stuff that you guys know happen at a checkup. So after the appointment was done, we went back into the room and she did the check, and I think I was at 2 centimeters. It's been so long, I don't even remember exactly, but I think I was at 2 centimeters dilated, and I think I was like 70 to 80% already effaced. And because I was having contractions before, so I thought these were like Braxton Hicks, you know, practice contractions, but I guess they weren't. But anyways, she asked me if I wanted to get my membrane sweep. I was a little hesitant as well. I've never done it before. I didn't do it the first pregnancy. I asked her if it was gonna hurt. She said it's not supposed to be painful. But so yeah, so I opted to do the membrane sweep. This was around 1 o'clock in the afternoon on the Friday, and instantly after she did it, I didn't even feel much. I didn't even know when she's like, okay, all done. I didn't really feel anything. So she did that at around 1, and instantly, I'm telling you guys, I was still there. I went to the main office, you know, to sort out some paperwork and stuff, and the contractions started to come. I didn't pay any attention to it that much because I thought it was just more Braxton Hicks and all of that. But she sweeping my membrane instantly put me in into labor. So after I was done with the appointment, I came home and you know, I was going through and riding out the contractions because they started to come more frequently now. So I came home, relaxed. I didn't do anything for the rest of that day. I already had my bags packed and everything, and at pretty much any point I was ready to go. So I was there the whole day, you know, riding through the contractions because they started to pick up more, starting to come more frequently, more painful, but I was riding through them. Alright, so fast forward to about 5 o'clock in the evening. Things started ramping up. They're coming more frequently, so I started to time them. I was timing them throughout the day, but once that 5 o'clock time rolled around, yeah, I was pretty sure that I was in labor at that time. So at that time I went and I took a shower, told hubby things are getting serious, so you know, time to get ready. Is your bag packed? Is everything ready? My bag is already packed and ready. I had my frozen food in the freezer ready to go for when, you know, for after I have the baby. I also leave a video showing you guys how I prepped for postpartum food wise and packing my bag, and I'll leave that up here. As well, you know, all my pre-made videos for postpartum, I'll leave them linked up here in the iCards. But yeah, so after that now, I was there, I took a shower. In that same time, hubby went out to do a little grocery shopping. I don't know why he went, but he went and did some grocery shopping. So he took Kai with him. That's my toddler, that's my 2-year-old. He took him with him and they went and they got some groceries. And that time when they went to get some groceries, they went to Walmart, which is a couple minutes drive from the house, so it's not far. I was at home, I showered, got dressed, I brought my bag to the front door, so once he came back we can just jump in the car. I called my midwife and we were on the phone. So I was there going through some contractions. She said, yep, you're in labor, you should come in as soon as possible. So I was there. I said, okay. I hung up the phone, came in the kitchen, I did some dishes that was in the sink, and I was on the phone with my cousin. And I was going through and having the contractions, and she said, yep, girl, you need to go to the hospital. Time to go, time to go, time to go. So I was there writing out some contractions with her on the phone, trying to finish up the dishes. So I finally finished the dishes. I was walking around the house, trying to go through all these contractions. Hubby still not come back yet. I was wondering where they went, you know. So I'm there going through. So he came back, said, all right, ready to go. Did you call your aunt? Because his aunt was supposed to come and watch Kai while we went to have the baby. He said he called her, yada yada yada. So we're here at the house waiting for her to come, and I was like, no, that's taking too long because she lived like 5 minutes drive away from our house, so she should have been here already. So I said, call her back, see where she is. Call her, she's at her house waiting for us to bring Kai over to her house, and we're here at our house waiting for her to come. So anyway, so I grabbed Kai diaper bag. Good thing I always have their diaper bag packed and ready to go, so I just grabbed it, threw a couple snacks and stuff in there, and hopped in the car and went over to her house. Mind you, this time I'm heavily in labor, so you know, driving around is not fun. So we're there, we dropped off Kai, kiss bye, head out on our way to the birth center. Guys, I kid you not, this was the most excruciating ride of my life. The birth center is about 20 minutes drive from our house, and it felt like forever. The contracts, let me tell you, having contractions in a car while it's driving and stopping and driving and stopping is the worst thing ever. I was so uncomfortable. I want to sit down. I'm sitting in the front seat with hubby. I'm sitting in the front. I have my seatbelt on. I want to take that thing and throw it out the window because I feel so restricted in the car seat, and the seatbelt on. I want to stand up, I want to walk around, you know, to go with the flow of the contraction. I just have to sit there in the car. I'm literally dying in this car. So we finally pull up to the birth center. Midwife ran out, you know, Obi have me in one hand, she have me in the other hand, walking up the stairs. On the stairs I have a contraction, so I have to stop and, you know, breathe through it, focus, and then we went inside into our room. Contractions are coming, they're coming, they're coming. So I'm walking around, you know, trying to breathe and walk them out. I'm telling you, hubby got some good slaps, because when I'm having a contraction, it's either I'm walking them out or I'm standing firm and holding on to him, and while the contractions are coming, I'm hitting him. That's the only way I can get the, you know, get it out, so I don't, you know, explode. So I'm walking around, hitting him, he's getting all this until, you know, it subsides. So we got there at around sometime after 7, I don't remember, sometime after 7. We got there around 7:15. So at this time I want to do a water birth. So you guys would have seen that from my birth video. I'll go ahead and link it here as well. You guys can check it out. Whew. But anyways, at this point I'm getting ready, taking off my clothes. I had my nursing bra on and nothing else, just nursing bra. In the tub, they got the tub ready. Got in the tub, you know, so they got the tub ready and say I can get in the tub whenever I'm ready and comfortable and ready enough to get into the tub. So after I walked around a bit, I decided that it was time. I feel my body telling me it's time to get into the water. But before I got in, she checked me, and when I got there, after a couple contractions, she asked me if I wanted her to check me to see how far I was. So I said okay. While she started to check me, I got a contraction, so I told her wait a bit, I'm going through a contraction. So after that one stopped and she checked me, I was I was 100% effaced, 8 centimeters. So you know, pushing time is coming soon. And remember, I did my membrane sweep at around 1. I got to the birth center after 7, and I was fully effaced at 100 centimeters, at 100% effaced, 8 centimeters. So I have 2 centimeters left to go before I can push. So you have to be 10 centimeters to push and 100% effaced. So your cervix is 100% thinned out, and you need to be at 10 centimeters dilated to push. Alright, so I got in the water, I was there going through some more contractions, you know, things are ramping up, it's getting more intense. So I was there, you know, everybody was in there in the room, the main midwife, and then she had an assistant, me in the tub, and then hubby, and then the nurse who, you know, is walking about seeing other patients and stuff. And the midwife is there. I think she was the only one on call that night, and there was, I think, one other lady around another room who was having, was giving birth at the same time as me. So it's just, I think it was just 2 of us. And yeah, so you know, if it's in a hospital, you know, there's plenty other patients. So it just was 2 of us that night having our baby. So you get more attention when it's just a small amount of patients there. So it was just the 2 of us. So I was there, and then now I'm fully dilated now, 10 centimeters. So you know, it's time to push. Oh Jesus, I'm there in the water, going with the flow, breathing through the contractions, pushing. You know, when time comes to start push, pain hits you. So I'm there pushing, screaming my head off, trying to relax, but the pain, you know, natural birth, no epidural, none of that, no pain medication, nothing. It's just real and raw. So you're feeling everything. So anyways, time come to push, and eventually baby is out. I think he was born 8 something, after 8, sometime after 8. And remind you, I got there at after 7, and he was born, was it after 8 or to 8 sometime? But it didn't take a long time after I got to the birth center to have him. Came out. When he came out, the umbilical cord was around his neck, so he wasn't breathing on his own. So I had to jump out the tub on the floor, and they were suctioning his nose and stuff, giving him oxygen for him to, you know, try and breathe on his own and stuff. But he came around, and then everything was okay. In the midst of them doing the suction and everything, they did have to call 911, but eventually he came around, so they canceled the call. So just to have them on standby, just in case we needed to go to the hospital for emergency. But he came around, he was okay, happy and as ever. He came back. Why am I saying he came back? He didn't die or anything, but he was just struggling to breathe on his own once he came out. Because I said the cord was wrapped around his neck, but so they had to give him some oxygen, clear out his airways so he can take his first breath. So he was just struggling with that a bit, but he came around, he was okay, everything was fine. After that, while they were doing all of that, my placenta just came out. I didn't have to push it out or anything. They didn't have to press on my tummy or anything. It just came right out. While I was on the floor, it just slid right out. So that was perfect for me. They took it up, put it in a bucket, and they took baby. So we all went into the room after that, lay on the bed, and they did our vitals and everything. And that was pretty much it. It was way smoother, way less painful, even though I felt everything was way less painful than my first birth. Because my first birth I was induced, so I was on Pitocin, no epidural or anything, so I still felt everything. But with the Pitocin, it just makes the contractions 10 times more painful than with just, you know, no medication, no anything. So yeah, the contractions this time around was way more manageable, even though they were still painful, but they were way more manageable than with the first birth on the Pitocin. So I made it through. Now I have my bouncing baby boy. He's now 9 months, as I said. I just woke up, I heard him. But yeah, that was pretty much my birth story this time. It was super short, quick and easy to the point. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, give your girl a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
Sitting in silence, we still feel the vibe, but you could